I gotta tell you guys, the culture is strong in this Dragon Ball fan manga. But first, a word from our sponsors. This is GeekNations, and I posted this a while back. I bought 6 minifigures for my son to play with from Dragon Ball Super's Torment of Power, and I gotta tell you guys, these are way better than the ones that I had when I was a kid. I had a ton of Dragon Ball minifigures at the time, but they weren't at all this level of quality. The faces match the faces straight out of the show. The weight and quality of these minifigures means that they're not gonna break easily. My son has had them for over a month and they're not broken. They're still fine, they're not chipped, they're not wore out, and that is saying a lot, seeing as how he plays with them almost every day. So make sure you check these out at GeekNations. They have a wide range of gaming and anime merchandise, including these SAB jackets that I promoted a little bit ago, Dragon Ball phone cases. So make sure you guys use my code BLACKSCAPE to get 10% off anything in the store, and within a few weeks, you will attain your Dragon Ball collectibles.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
So this is an extremely fun Dragon Ball fan manga. It's called The Lost Saiyans, The Legacy of the Super Saiyan, created by Karina Fury, and of course proofread, typesetted, and translated by the team over there at the Dragon Ball fan manga Discord. I always have the link to that Discord and invite in the description below. Gotta give a big shout out to Odku, the Dragon Ball Guy 75, and Zombie 103 War SSMT. This is an extremely cultured Dragon Ball fan manga, and it knows that it is. It's extremely funny, and we haven't seen much of the Tuffle race or the Tuffle Saiyan War in any medium, let alone a Dragon Ball fan manga medium. So I like the fact that this is covering it, and I am really taken by the main character of this Dragon Ball fan manga. If you guys remember my love for Hanasia, one of the first Dragon Ball fan manga characters that I covered on this channel, and I'm not talking about the Dragon Ball Multiverse Hanasia in that continuity, even though I like her. I'm talking mainly about the off-brand one, still in Dragon Ball Multiverse, but a lot more feral. This fan manga borrows that feral Saiyan or Primal Saiyan look to the T, and the lead character is definitely influenced by it. So we begin with a ceasefire of the Saiyan Tuffle War because the Tuffles are attacked by an outside race. It looks like it's the Primal Frieza Force, and they are there to take and steal the Tuffles technology and enslave the Saiyans. So basically, these two forces have united against a threat that is far stronger and attacking both of them at the same time. The enemy of my enemy, so to speak. And so these events lead to the first case of a Super Saiyan. So we follow a patrol of Tuffles, and they are in a Saiyan region, in a mountainous Saiyan region, looking for something, and then their scouters find someone with a power level of 130,000. But at the same time, they don't believe that this is right because of the fact that this power level is far higher than anything they've ever seen. And I just love the introduction of this main character. Her name is Suga, and she is floating there with a gigantic club. I kid you not. It doesn't get much primal than that. She warns them about not venturing too far into her territory because if more Saiyans come, then they will be forced to kill them. It doesn't seem like she is as bloodthirsty as the rest of the Saiyan race, and they tell her that no, they're there to find a individual that has a power level of 100,000. And in one swift movement, she pops up right in front of one of the main characters. And just by movement, her power level skyrocketed to 30,000. And that's a case that's very similar to how Raditz described the Earthling's power jumps in the Saiyan saga. Immediately, the cloud-looking Tuffle male has got the hots for this Saiyan, and he's a little perverted as well, but she seems to also have the hots for him, so it's a mutual attraction. And this is by far my favorite panel in this chapter because we have not only some very expressive art from Suga. Look at her face right here. Right here, she looks exactly like Vegeta. and we get a lot of expressions. We get like sort of the sadistic Saiyan expression on her face, and then we get this sort of calm, cute expression on her face when she's fawning over the Tuffle male. She then takes the scouter. They're asking her name. She gives them a name, but she is also extremely cocky in saying that she is the strongest Saiyan in all the universe. So there's so much going on in this panel that explains the story of the Lost Saiyans extremely well, that I just gotta give it props for that. And this guy is definitely the playboy of this manga, and you can tell that the manga is also self-aware of what it is. And I just like this sort of meta humor. I like the fact that we're getting this fourth wall breaking stuff. I don't know, it just seems like something you don't normally see in a Dragon Ball fan manga, and so I really like that they put it here. Cybermen then appear and attack the group, and we get probably the best name for an attack that I've seen in Dragon Ball Medium in a while. We get the red pepper attack, showing that they're really honing in on these food puns, and she ends up destroying all of the Cybermen, and in that one attack her power level right in front of them jumps to 99, 99, 9. So this is the Saiyan they've been looking for, obviously. A surprise attack hits the young Tuffle with some acid right on his arm. I actually completely forgot that the Cybermen can do this. Shuga takes an organ out of the Cybermen, and she wants to treat him at her village, and that is where this Dragon Ball fan manga chapter ends. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this Dragon Ball fan manga. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.